Hi, Malvin Lim here of GreattoysOnline.com, and I'm gonna do a two-part video this time for all you friends of Great Toys. The first part of the video will deal mainly with unboxing of the new S-Style figures by Freeing Japan. The second part of the video, we will discuss more on the scaling, 1/6 scale, 1/8 scale of the scaled figures, etc. So new hobbyists would know what the scales mean for them to easily understand and for them to properly collect their figures. For the first part of the video, we'll focus on unboxing of Freeing Japan's S-Style figures. The Freeing brand is one of the partner brands of Good Smile Company, and Great Toys, being the exclusive Philippine distributor of Good Smile, we are responsible to bring these figures into the market, and that's the reason why they're here now for everybody to see. So these figures were created to answer to some of the demands of the customers. Number one, for people who want small and stylish figure, hence the name S-Style, small and stylish. And number two, for customers limited budget but want to have a scale figure, they can consider these figures which are small, affordable, and very high quality. And also, this is to answer to customers who want small figures to display on their desk, on their office space, on their workspace. So this is the front of the box. The side of the box, of course, would show what the figure looks like. This is the back of the box. Here's the other side of the box, and the top of the box, and the bottom of the box. And these are the figures in their plastic trays. So the figures, they don't have articulation. They're mainly static figures. This is, of course, Hatsune Miku's instruction manual. And this is Super Sonico's instruction manual. In comparison, this is Figma 250 EV Mirai. This is another comparison with 1/8 scale figure. This figure is 1/12. The hair, the Miku hair, is here on the back of the figure. So basically here we have Super Sonico. So this is the display base. It has a copyright information here at the bottom, as well as made in China. So here the figure has two holes at the bottom. The figure at the bottom, the leg. So we just plug it in. Then it's as easy as assembling the figure. So basically, people say, why aren't products now made in Japan? So basically, of course, it all boils down to, of course, production costs, labor, etc. The item is made in China, but the quality is, of course, the highest quality you'd expect. This product is to be sold in the Japan market, and of course, the Japan toy collectors are some of the demands the highest quality figures available. The products that arrive in the Philippines are the same as the products goes to Japan. They're from the same production line. Is all the figures, after being produced, they would count how many boxes will be going to Japan, how many boxes will be going to the Philippines, how many boxes will be going to the US, etc. But all figures are manufactured in just one production line, and the figures are manufactured more or less in the same time. So the quality is the same regardless of country. So this is the figure for Super Sonico. So very high quality figure. So basically, you can check out the ice cream, the hands. Then we have the face. The face detail is, of course, awesome. It's really nice. So the paint apps are spot on, dead on, no problem at all. Check out the color of the hair. So Hatsune Miku comes in with different parts. So she now has hair to attach onto the head. And here's the figure in all its glory. Has a similar translucent base, just like Sonico. Since the the base mimics some gears actually. A bit of mechanical know-how, you can actually create a rotating base that would actually rotate this Miku figure. It's the front of the figure. Of course, the figure, as expected from Freeing, is of course top quality figure. Really nice, really detailed, no problems whatsoever. So these two, the figures side by side, Hatsune Miku and Sonico. And now for size comparison, we have Banpresto DXF Luffy from Jeans Freak series. So you can see the size comparison of Banpresto figures to the S-Style figures. Presto offers the figures at almost half the price of the S-Style figures. So it's more of quality versus price on this one. But you can look at the scaling of the figures. They're pretty close in terms of the scaling, etc. of the figures. So since the figures are now fully assembled, we do a quick size comparison. So here's Hatsune Miku. So in terms of scale, it's very close to the Figma figures. After unboxing S-Style, of course S-Style would be 1/12 scale static figures. Figma would be of fully articulated premier line of Max Factory for action figures. And now we have FigFix. FigFix is more of, has swappable parts with Figma action figures. You can swap some of the weapons and some of the parts, the hands, etc. with Figma figures. So static figure with swappable parts with Figma, and of course fully posable, fully articulated figures, which is Figma. So to make it easier for everybody to understand in terms of the scaling, example, you want to buy an action figure of Superhero A. Superhero A stands 6 feet tall. So if you're going to buy a 1/2 scale action figure, that basically means 1/2. So the toy would be 3 feet tall. If you are to buy a 1/6 scale, 1/6 scale action figure of a specific character, that would be 12 inches because it's 6 feet. You divide 6 feet by 6 parts. That would be 1/6, the fraction. So an example of a very popular 1/6 scale figure that we have now is to give an example of a 1/6 scale figure. We have here Snake, made by Gecko Japan. So this figure is 1/6 scale. So he stands almost 12 inches tall. That means in real life, Solid Snake would stand almost 6 feet tall, a little shy over 6 feet. So if Sonico is a 5+ feet tall lady and I divide her by 8 pieces, this would be her size, 1/8. Then we go to a bit, so 1/8. So normally for most collectors, if you start with 1/8, the rest of the figures more or less would be almost in the same range. But it really depends on collectors. Some collectors, they collect different sizes, all Miku. Some collectors, they would collect all 1/8 scale. So when you look them up on display, all of them would be of the same size and the same scale. So this figure, on the other hand, Super Sonico, 1/12 scale. So that's why the figure is 5.5 inch, almost 6 inches tall. You divide the person by 12 sections, 12 equal parts, that would be the size that you get, 1/12, which is roughly almost 6 inches tall. For this figure, this is less than 5.5 inch tall. The same thing applies to cars as well as planes. So if you have a car, the car is assuming 6 feet long, then the car model is 1/24 scale. So it's 1 of 24 parts. So you get a car, split it into 24 equal parts. that one part would be the actual final size, that is 1/24 scale toy. So basically that's the main thing about the scaling, which a lot of customers always ask me when they drop by one of the Great Toys outlets and branches. So that's it for our unboxing as well as discussion of the scale figures. I'm Alvin Lim of GreattoysOnline.com, and thank you very much for watching this video.